Well, hello to everyone out there just going to be watching this video. My name's David Dawson. I am located in Hickory, North Carolina. What you see is my 1976 Ford F100 pickup. This is going to be a long video, so if you don't want to watch the whole video, I'll be writing up a description too, so you can read the description. But we're going to walk around this thing because a lot of you can't be here and you're going to have a million questions, so the questions are easier to answer through a video for everybody. So here we are. Purchased this truck about 1.5 years ago from a fellow who buys and sells all the time, and I've bought several vehicles from him. And so he called me up and told me about this beautiful truck, and he had actually purchased it the night before. I think it come from an estate sale. And I told him that I was interested, and he told me that it wasn't currently running, that the fuel pump was bad. I went and looked at it. I had to have it. The deal was struck, and so here we are. All right. I don't think this truck has ever been restored per se. I think that it just had it's been well maintained, and when something started showing age, they just fixed it on the spot instead of waiting till the whole vehicle had to be restored. I'm fairly well understood with that because I found a 6-inch stack of receipts and all kinds of stuff, and it's always been garage kept. So let's just look. This grill's not a reproduction. It's original. I mean, no dents, no scratches to speak of. There is the original grill. It doesn't look like it's been repainted. There's the original emblem. It's this stuff. It doesn't look like it's been replaced. The trim down the sides is strong. It's beautiful. I don't think there's any dents in this truck. The glass isn't turning colors yet. It's still beautiful and clear. It's, a lot of them start getting the discoloration around the edges. This one hasn't yet. The mirrors look beautiful. Now, I had the brown repainted when I purchased it because right here where people have their arms out the windows, it was starting to, well, the paint was breaking down, and I figured if I'm going that far, I might as well just have it. But the white looked great, so I left the white alone and had the brown painted, and had the bed painted. It looked easy. I mean, there really weren't any dents in the bed, not like you would expect. I mean, they was just I actually don't see. Well, there's one right there in that wheel well. And none, I don't think any up against the bulkhead. These beds are notorious for rusting out, and I mean, just look. I collect old cars, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I've got too many, and the wife said that some have to go. So it come down between this truck and my 49 Mercury, and it'll be this truck first. I've got a 49 Mercury that's been restored. I've got my wife's got a 62 Dodge Lancer that's been restored, and I've got a 62 Fairlane that's almost finished. I got a 64 Galaxy that's restored. So just got too many. Love this truck. I had them tires put on it at Select Tire Pros. My friend Mike owns the store. These are Kendra radials. I think they're 235 75 15s. This truck had some like 1991 fan style F-150 rims on it. When I purchased it, I did not like them at all, so I purchased a set of factory steel Ford truck wheels. They were 6-inch wide by 15s, and I had them media blasted and painted. And then once I had that done, I had these tires installed on them, and then I found the set of the original hubcaps like what you see on here, but the plastic part was junk. So I tried to paint them. They didn't look good. So Dennis Carpenter down in Charlotte, North Carolina, offers the plastic part that you see, reproduction. They give them things away, about $80 a piece. But I polished my original hubcap. The plastic just bolts onto a full hubcap. It's not a center. It's the stainless has a full hubcap, and then the plastic part's just a cover. All right, we're gonna get into this thing. This truck was ordered. I have got the warranty card. And I've got the build sheet, and I have to get it. I can send you pictures if you want it, but I actually run off and forgot it. This truck was ordered with a 360 2-barrel, air conditioned, disc brakes, power steering, and cruise control. Pretty much everything you could get on one in 76. These door panels are original. That paint inside that door is original. This not been repainted. All this you see here is original. This dash isn't a cover. It's the original vinyl dash. Carpet, original. Floor mats, probably not. Seat, I mean, it still looks beautiful. It's got one little teeny tiny burn hole on the other side. I know if I'm making you drunk with this camera, I apologize. Right there. That's my pinky nail, and it's you know, it's about, I don't know, about the size of a BB. Now you're probably wondering why it's got that tack in it, and we'll get to that in a minute. And all these gauges, you'll be like, okay, what's going on? We'll get all that here in a minute. See that headliner? I mean, this truck's beautiful. So when I purchased this truck, I was told that it had a 390 in it, is what the guy was told that bought it from the estate sale. He's not sure, he said, but you know, that's what I bought it at. It was, like I said, it was originally a 360 truck. Let's try to get this hood open. Okay. So when I got it home, I took it on when I picked it up with my rollback, and I took it by my friend who's a Ford guru, and his name's Jeff Lale, and if anybody knows the Galaxy world, he's a pretty big name in the Galaxy world. He's had some of the rarest 427 Galaxies known to man. Some of them went for, well, he'd kill me if you knew, but they go for a lot of money. So anyway, Took this over to his house and or his shop. The next thing I know, he's underneath it with a flashlight. And I asked him what's going on. And he tells me it's not a 390, it's a 427. I said, really? And he said, yep. Well, I do know by just looking, it's got Edelbrock aluminum heads on it. Got the old school fin valve covers. Got the 427 Cobra air cleaner on it. Edelbrock aluminum intake. Old school long tube headers on it. And then, I don't know if we can see it from here, and this concrete's gonna be hot, so if you hear me yelling, you know what time it is. Let me shut this door. Oh, I'm old and fat. Oh, this concrete's hot. I'm gonna asphalt. I will get to where I can see it. Anyway, the block is black. And that means early 60s. And that would make sense for a 427. It holds about 8 quarts or 9 quarts or something like that. When I had oil change in it, I had to buy 2 gallons. And couldn't believe how much oil this thing held. So, and don't kill me, it's got a Fram oil filter on it, but the only reason it's got it on there is because put my shoes on. The only reason it's got it on there is because I was painting some and I didn't want to I put the cheap one on there. I got the Ford Motorcraft. It'll be back on it here in just a little while. My bad, I'm sorry. All right. If you look down there, side of the block, it's got crossbolt mains. And that's indicative of a 427. Let me see if you can see them. And you know, that's black block, crossbolt mains, large oil pan, all that does say 427. Then I find this under the seat, and it's basically a guide to breaking in your new, you know, big block. And here's the cam card. 427 should have been solid lift, but you know how aggravating them things are to keep, you know, always adjusting valves. If somebody was building one just for the street, that would make sense to put a hydraulic cam, especially if you got the Edelbrock aluminum heads and everything. That makes sense. Here's the original owner's card. And I've got registration card since it was new. And tried to contact the last owner. Didn't have any luck. Found paperwork at home. I mean, it was in a big manila envelope under the seat. And so it's got a C6 a transmission called Jim's Performance Transmissions. And when I got it, it was manual valve body, and it was what do you call it? They had a ratchet shifter in the floor, and it was horrible. I mean, it was horrible. So I had it removed. Right there's where it was. There's a hole cut there for the cable. And I had it put back on the column. And it's got a 9-inch rear end with 411 gears. And it's a Detroit locker. And it's also built by Jim's Performance Transmissions. Jim's retired now. But he builds very, very, very high-end transmissions. But I didn't have it probably a week, and I got that manual valve body stuck between gears, messed it up. I took it and had it gone through by a guy that builds Pro Street Ford transmissions, and he was just telling me that it was a work of art. He was just proud to be working on one of these transmissions. So let's get under it. I'm in a local park, by the way, so if they come run me off, you know. And there's some mud under here. It rained like crazy this morning, and so, but there is. I didn't know what all these twisted wires and stuff for. I was recently informed that was for and all that on the drive shaft. That's all go with the cruise control. And there's the transmission. I mean, it's dusty and dirty under here, but there's no rust or signs of rust or anything to ever say that's ever had any rust issues. The truck's just unbelievable. I mean, and I'm not saying that just because it's mine. It's just because I'm 43 years old, and I've had over 50. I've had over 400 cars, but I've had over 50 restored cars. And this thing, just neat when you see one that's not been restored, really. Like I said, it's just been well maintained. And if this video isn't enough for you, you know, you can call me up and I'll go get you whatever you want. Whatever answers all your questions. I'm sorry I'm getting quiet, but I'm fat and I'm rolling around under here and it's not fun. All right, sorry for giving you a headache just now. So I'm gonna try to shimmy all the way under the truck from one side to the other, showing you this frame and floor pans and all this other fun stuff along the way. At first, I wish it was a short bed, but the longer I've had it, just how many of these long beds do you see? I mean, just look. Yeah, it's crusty and dusty and dirty and stuff like that, but you don't see no rust holes. You don't see no little shotgun holes in the floorboard, you know, or nothing like that. I mean, these cab corners are as solid as they were when they were new. Sorry, I'm rolling this camera around, but I mean, you just don't see this kind of stuff. Not no more. Here you can see the bottom of the door. There is some surface rust under the bottom of these doors, but I would expect it to be, you know, eventually. They don't, I mean, they're just little spots, I mean, in the paint, but there's no real rust. That's not no holes or anything. That's just chips in the paint. All right. I don't know if Kevin Marty makes a Marty report for these trucks or not, but it's not the original motor. But you see that door panel again. But this truck's probably very few of these trucks were made. There's got like two bent spakes in the trim. One right there and one little dent right there. That's all in the trim that I've seen. Telling you, but the block is, I did see on the block that it's a C3, so the 63 year model of the block. I seen that later. All right. About 50 pounds of oil pressure, which is great. So, hope it's answered pretty much all your questions. I've tried to walk around it and so you can pause the video or whatever you want to do and look. Like I've said several times, I don't think this truck's ever been restored. It's just, like I said, it's just been maintained and it's been garage kept and it's been babied its whole life. Take it for a little cruise. video on a little drive. We'll go around the parking lot. It's got a 3,000 stall, 3,200 stall in it. Paperwork I found. This truck is not for someone who's a young person. I mean, I'd rather not. If you're a parent and you want to get your kid something for their graduation or whatever, I would rather it not be this truck. And if it is, please don't tell me that during the transaction. You know, I just it's not built for that. It's built. I mean, it'll get somebody hurt. I won't even drive it in the rain because it comes out from under me. And so, if that tells you anything, that rear end wants to come around. Oh, it shakes so fast. Okay. But anyway, it's a beautiful truck. It's a fast truck. It gets compliments everywhere it goes. And these trucks are just going up and up and up, and I don't even know where they're going to land. So feel free to contact me if you want more pictures or anything. And I sure hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope you enjoyed my truck, and hope to look forward to hearing from you. You have a good day.